Okay, all my Facebook fam and peeps, here we are at the RTR Lab here in
Concord, North Carolina.
Concord. Okay, not Kannapolis, but Concord. Hey, that's my man Vaughn's GTD sitting there, and we are here with my man.
I'm Josh. I'm our sales and marketing director here at RTR, and super stoked to have you here. And this is your first chance to see Spec 5 up close. You've got an allocation coming to you in the next few months, and super excited to have you in-house just to check out our Lightning Silver prototype. As I was just telling you, this is the one of two 2025 models that we've built. Both were our prototype models. This is the one that's been all over the internet, been all over the country, doing fun things, getting tested. We've had it on and off track. We've had it all over the country, canyon carving, backroads cruising, flat out driving. We've had it actually on Nellis Air Force Base, drifting and racing an F-16 with the Thunderbirds. So this car has been through so much cool and awesome experiences so far, and it's been like a really cool showpiece of what the car will do after it's been on the road for a few months. This car has been built for about 6 months. So this is got about just under 3,000 miles on it so far, and it's been tested. So we're removing some things, getting it fit and finished, getting it ready so you can see the rear deck lid badges off of it. We're cleaning it up to get a couple things just ready to go to its final destination. This one will be retailed as well, so its final destination will be Las Vegas. So getting it ready for that person who's taking delivery of this one over the next few months. So it's in its final form almost. So what is Spec 5? Spec 5 is the pinnacle of Mustang RTR. It is everything from our Spec 2s, Spec 3s, and beyond, and really, really far beyond. Power plant is a Coyote 5-liter with a 3-liter Whipple supercharger, Gen 6 Whipple, producing 870 horsepower, 640 foot-pounds of torque. It runs the Stage 2 kit with the open air box, makes about 12 pounds of boost on 93 octane, is calibrated specifically for 93, so that this one will need 93 wherever it's going. Not available currently in the state of California. Other than that, we're shipping to all other 49 states. And we'll start shipping these first of next month. We're producing the first 2026 consumer model currently right now, and that'll be delivered first week of next month. It's really exciting.
And where they produce at, actually?
They're produced at a production facility in Elkhart, Indiana, and then they arrive here for final finishing, testing, and just validation before they go on to their final destinations. So obviously our local distributor here, Tyndall Ford, is where you have your allocation at with our friends over at Lyle and Jackson. And they've got a large amount of allocations that they've been distributing that they've been selling for the last few months. The pool is now opened up to all of our dealers nationwide that have received allocations, and there'll only be 50 pieces available per model year. And that's the cool thing about this car is our Spec 2s and Spec 3s are kind of open cap. We'll build as many as that we have demand for, and we build about 700 of those currently every year, whereas this is hyper exclusive and designed to be that way. Designed to be something that when you own this car, you may never see another one at your local show, your local Cars and Coffee, your local track, and for good reason. We want you to go out and dominate. We don't want you to have to be running up next to somebody else that's equally dominating. So I'll give you a little walk around of the car. So it starts up front. You have our standard Aero upper LED grille with the LED intakes. These go to both air boxes on both sides. You have our lower grille, high flow corner grills. What's big difference, first key indicator that's a difference of a Spec 2 or a Spec 3 is the carbon fiber chin splitter. This is both much more dramatic and obviously a different material than our Spec 2s and Spec 3s. This is full carbon fiber. And then you as you look down the side, you really get the difference of the car. So you have a full wide body front fender with a bumper cheek, so we extend it all the way around the bumper. This is a fully formed fiberglass fender, not just an extension. We actually made and manufactured the entire thing, had it tooled, so this comes off the tool as a complete part. And then you have a carbon fiber wake tower. The design of the wake tower is from our Spec 5 FDs, from our competition vehicles that we use in Formula Drift. So this is how we get air around, out and away from the wheel. So you can see on the back of the wake tower, it'll actually channel air coming out of that wheel duct, up and away. And it's intentionally designed to go up at the very end to get air out. And then you have an all-new wheel. So this is an Aero 5 forged wheel. We do Aero 5s. You can see the difference between the forged and the non-forged version on that car. So those are 20 by 9.5, 20 by 10.5. These are 20 by 10.5, 20 by 11s. And we use a different tire compound on this. On our standard cars, we use Nitto 555s. On the Spec 5 specifically, we use the Pilot Sport 4S, and we use a 305 in the front with a 315 in the back. So you've got a forged wheel, lighter, and then you've got more tire, more grip. And that is designed, the reason for that is we're going away from the traditional view of RTR as it's a car that can do drifting. While this can do drifting, this is not focused on drift at all. This is focused on being a dominant track vehicle and being able to go do all things anywhere that you can do Mustang. So canyon carving, tail of the dragon, going around the track. It'll go great in a straight line as well. And then of course, if you pull the e-brake, yes, it will drift as well. And then coming down the side, you get a little bit more of the drama. So this is a fully formed rocker. So this is not the OEM rocker. This is an extension piece that we fully formed a new one, new graphic that says Spec 5, and then a carbon fiber rocker splitter instead of the standard injected molded plastic that we use on the other cars. And then this is the only extension piece that's actually a molded extension. In our previous version of Spec 5, we used hardware rivets on the outside that were exposed, and you could see that. You can see it on the 10th anniversary edition over there. But this time we wanted it to be all done from the back. So all the hardware is behind here, same kind of structure, but once this is molded to the body, this is going absolutely nowhere. So this is a full molded piece. Air inlet here, same kind of function as the air inlet of the corner grille. Air comes in, cools everything inside the brake and the wheel, and then same thing, carbon fiber wake tower with intentional air inlets. These aerofoils go up at the very end, good air in away from the body.
Very unique design.
Yeah, everything with this car was meant to be intentional. It's not meant to, yes, it looks cool and it's great, but it's meant to serve a purpose for how you're going to use the car. And then our standard duckbill spoiler, and then what's on this car is our prototype Borla by RTR. This is a unique catback exhaust that is proprietary to us in sound. We spent about 8 months developing the sound. Vaughn specifically just trialing different mufflers and different mid pipes and different over axle pipes to get a specific sound that was RTR. So we'll actually be taking this prototype off and putting on our production style before this goes to its final destination. That'll have RTR branded tips as well. And it's 100% unique sound to us. So if you know Borla S-Type, you know Borla Attack, we're somewhere in the middle. And no one else in the world will be able to have that sound. It'll just be for RTR owners and specifically Spec 5.
Well, that's what they said about his GT500, GT350R. So what do you think? This is going to fall between those three.
I think that it'll sound better than both.
My man.
I've experienced it, and I think it's really, really nice.
Okay.
So you have our full wide body. Obviously, we've talked about powertrain. And then inside, you have your RTR Recaro interior. So we have the OEM Recaro seats, but we've reskinned them with our RTR interior. So this is kind of like a throwback meets modern interior. So if you see the pleating there in the middle, feels more like a 60s, 70s Mustang, but very modernized. So we wanted you, as you get in the seat, to feel like you're getting a little bit back in time while also experiencing all the new things that Ford is offering. So you have a full 401A interior, all the bells and whistles that are offered from the factory. You can get an automatic or manual, and then each will be reskinned to have that signature interior.
Now, what about your light clusters? Do they change colors?
Yeah, these are all my colors. So as you set the color of your dash or set your ambient lighting, so you'll have your door seals, your footwells, your dashboard, even your grab handles have lights in them. So you can adjust that to you.
Okay.
So whatever your favorite color is, we'll make sure that's set up when you come in and you check your color out.
All computerized.
All computerized, done. All of it's digital. You have all your track apps, you have your drift mode, you have your launch control, you have your e-brake can be turned on and off there from its drift brake settings. So it's all done through the digital dash.
Okay.
And it's actually a really fun experience. You had a GT500,
yes.
So you're used to that signature dash there,
right.
But you had two screens. Now it's like one seamless, really cool screen, and it's really, really nice.
Gotcha.
And then it currently sits on our tactical suspension. So this is an upgraded suspension from our Spec 2 and Spec 3. This is our full coilover suspension. So it's a 30 points of adjustability. All of that is tailored here at the top of the stock. You just turn this left or right, and the suspension will firm up or soften based on the way you want the car to perform.
So no more bars that go all the way across.
No more bars. We still have adjustable sway bars on here that you can't see. So those do have 3 points of adjustability from oversteer to understeer to a neutral setting. But the suspension, as far as the struts and shocks, the way you can adapt those can really change the way that the car performs.
Right.
So if you like it on this track, I want it to have just this ounce of oversteer here, you can tailor it to do that.
Okay.
And then you also have a ride adjustment ability if you wanted to go up or down. We set it out of the box where it's perfect for the curb appeal, where you have very little tire gap, but you do have the option to tailor the suspension up or down on your own if you wanted to do that using just simple spanners.
All right, one other quick question for you.
Yeah.
So for the GT350R, I had a problem with the very front. Man, it's a low riding vehicle. I don't think this sits as low, so I think we're going to have more clearance, correct?
You're going to have a little bit more clearance.
Especially with carbon fiber in the front.
Yeah, you definitely want to take care of the carbon fiber front lip, of course. You've got just over 5 inches of total ground clearance at the lowest point on the front.
Okay.
So definitely you have to use caution in and out of driveways, of course.
Exactly.
But you do have also a unique belly pan underneath there that can take some of that bruntness
Okay.
on the ground if you do level it out.
All right, so one other quick thing. I know you don't got the keys to crank it up, do you?
Of course I do.
What's up, man? I'm going to the back first. Let me go back here with this exhaust, dude. What's up?
Yeah, of course I do.
Hey, definitely not your Coyote sound.
It's completely different.
It's totally different. All right, Fletch, I know you heard that. This is totally different from a Coyote that everyone is pretty much normally used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every one will be active exhaust as well, so
Okay.
you have the ability to tailor the sound.
Sports
a little bit more.
mode to
Sport
regular
mode,
normal.
So if you're doing your quiet hours where you want to
Okay.
leave your driveway or come into your neighborhood at the right time.
Wake them up, baby.
Wake them up if you want to. But then you also have the ability, obviously, through sport mode or track mode, to be able to tailor that sound just a little bit more to you.
Okay.
It does have a built-in crossover pipe instead of a resonator, and then the reduced mufflers obviously give it a bit more aggressive sound as well.
Okay.
And it's 100, as mentioned, 100% proprietary to RTR.
Okay.
So no other car on the road will be able to sound like this.
Man, this is, I tell you, I think I'm going to be really happy with this. I'm feeling much better. I really appreciate you guys getting me
Yeah.
up here so I can come and take a look at this
I
thing.
would love to show everybody the different colors that are
Sure.
available too. So part of the fun experience while you're doing Shadow Black, one of the cool experiences about Spec 5 is the choice of colors. So we want customers to choose different colors. So all of these colors so far have been either curated by RTR and selected off of our extended color palette, or have been brought to us by a Spec 5 allocation holder. So some of these colors aren't Ford colors. Many of them aren't Ford colors, such as Plum Crazy from Dodge. That's going to be Spec 5 number 6, I want to say. Soul Red. This is Volcano Orange from McLaren.
Wow.
Golf Orange from Porsche. There's so many unique. NATO Olive from Porsche, which is on palette color. This is our signature Hyper Lime. This is Urban Bamboozle, which is a color shift color. So as you
that's
get
crazy.
the gun, it will change.
Yep.
And then you even have, this one's Mr. Chrome. So
Yep,
you've
I've
got
seen
a
that
couple
one.
of different options there. So we play with so many different colors, and that's one of the unique things about Spec 5. If someone's wanting to do something that's totally, this one's actually my favorite. This color is from a 13 F-150 Raptor.
Wow.
It's called Terrain.
Okay.
So it's like a chalk, but with a bit of sand color in it. It's pretty neat.
All right.
And I've got one of those for you today as well.
My man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. And listen, and one more car I want you to tell me if you could give me 30 seconds. You know what I'm looking at,
The
right?
GTD.
Yeah, that's what's up. Look at, he's even smiling. Look at John. He said the GTD.
Yeah, the GTD.
Now this is Vaughn's.
This is Vaughn's personal GTD, finished in Leadfoot Gray, which he's started a bit of a trend. As people have seen the Leadfoot Gray out, people have really attracted to it. So I've spoken to several GTD owners that are getting Leadfoot Gray now. But of course, it's got its kind of signature RTR treatment. So in addition to all the Hyper Lime, we've got the Ready to Rock decal on the back of the DRS wing. And then it's also got a prototype wheel on it that obviously doesn't look like a GTD wheel. Right. That is a GTD fitment wheel, but it's something that's actually one of our future offerings that we'll have available. So that's a prototype wheel there. And then of course we couldn't leave it alone. So it's got right. Hyper Lime everywhere. So our signature color scheme is Leadfoot Gray and Hyper Lime. That's Vaughn's two favorite colors. and he of course had to have this one dressed up right away.
Beautiful.
It's been on track. It's already got plenty of miles on it.
This thing's huge, man.
It's massive.
Dude, look how this thing is. I'm looking at that one and looking at this. This thing is huge.
It is actually wider than a car can be legally, and Ford had to play with some DOT regulations to be able to make sure this thing could be this wide. And our car is as wide as you can go without actually adding marker lights to it. So this is just slightly wider than Spec 5.
Now, what platform is this on? Is this just its own platform?
It is a Mustang platform, but it's changed because they did basically the front forward is Mustang.
Okay.
A traditional Mustang as you would know it. But then you see this line here, that's where they had to cut the chassis. So that's where it changes. So this is not a functional trunk. That's where all the coolers are.
Right.
Obviously, air comes off the hood, comes into the back of what would be the trunk well, and hits all those radiators. And then obviously they had to make a room for the cantilever for suspension, which is the reason for the chassis cut in the back.
Wow, this is beautiful.
You have transaxle, you have all of that with this car.
And this is basically a 50-50 split, right?
It's basically a 50-50. It's basically as perfect as Mustang can be.
Wow.
It is, while Spec 5 is the pinnacle of what Mustang we have developed, I would say that this is the pinnacle of Mustang that Ford has ever developed. And of course, with the Multimatic team.
Okay, my man, look, let me just even turn away from here because I can't even begin to.
Bit of a different ballpark, too.
Exactly.
400K car,
But listen, man, I really do appreciate you taking your time out today to show me the new Spec 5 guys. Hey, you know, if you're out, just definitely, man, just start looking out for them, right?
Yeah.
Start looking. They're going to be out. There's only going to be 50 of them out, and I'm so privileged and honored to, you know.
We're blessed to have you a part of it.
Man, I'm just so happy. I mean, you guys have been kind of the new kids on the block. I mean, you've only been in business for like 15 years.
Yeah. Our first debut was in 2010. So 16 years now.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of the Spec 2s. I've always seen the lights is what signifies the RTR.
Yeah, an RTR vehicle's signature look is those LED front grills.
That's correct.
No matter what chassis we're building on. So.
And I've seen you guys in Mustang Week.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys on the road. But man, when I saw this car, I tell you, you guys have been getting a lot of downplay as far as the car, but it's the motto is
available for all and not for everyone.
There you go.
And that's our ethos. And not only, I mean, the world is listening, including Ford. Before you go, you have to see this car. This is Ford factory Mustang RTR. This will be the first Mustang RTR produced by Ford themselves, designed by us with their help, and then produced directly at the Flatlock plant, not assembled by us in any way, and distributed to every dealership in the country.
So when is this going to be available?
This will be available this summer.
Okay,
so customers can be able to start going to dealerships here in the next few months and placing orders for these. This is based on the 2.3 liter EcoBoost, but with a whole melody of
So it is a 4-cylinder?
This is a 4-cylinder.
What?
But I drove it yesterday, and I drove with a guy who I didn't tell him it was a 4-cylinder. And we talked the engineers at Ford into inserting the anti-lag strategy from the Ford GT that won Le Mans.
Okay.
So meaning that the turbo stays spooled.
Okay.
So when you drive in a typical turbo experience, you always have that lag, and that's what everybody complains about. The power's just not there. It takes a second to deliver. When you drive this,
it's there.
It feels like driving it in a car.
Okay.
So it feels like the power is always on. It's coming. You don't have to wait for it. And then we also, this one, kind of the cool things about this is there's always been a difference in look from EcoBoost to GT. This has a GT front fascia on it.
It does.
So it looks like a GT. It drives like an NA motor. It drives like awesome. It's so much fun to drive. And then you have some Dark Horse components in here. You have GT components in here. This car is basically ready out of the box for having some fun. And then we're working on both some performance upgrades and more aesthetic upgrades that you'll be able to take this car and take it from the stock 300 plus horsepower into the 400 range if you're ready to. And it's a much lighter car than a GT.
Oh yeah,
so if you're an autocourse guy or just like the Canyon car, this is a great car for that.
Now this monster here, man.
This is previous Spec 5. So think about
this is 2020.
This is 2020.
20, okay.
This is the 10th anniversary edition. So we celebrated 10 years of RTR with this car. This car was built by a select number of dealership partners around the world.
Yep.
This is the previous version, so you had the exposed riveted hardware.
Yep.
This was all fender extension using the OEM fender. And then you can see how we took this and said, all right, now we need to elevate, and then we go to that.
So now these tires are just as wide as those tires, right?
Just as wide, yeah.
But the wide body's covering them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a better compound for the way that we hope that Spec 5
Sure.
will use.
Wow. Hey, man, I'll tell you, I'm just totally excited. I'm totally stoked, man. I really just appreciate coming out here, letting you guys let me come out here to the RTR lab. I mean, I can't,
Taking the time.
dude, I cannot thank you enough. And I just, it's going to be worth the wait, I'm sure.
It is gonna be worth it.
One last question for you. Break-in period. Track day, folks, hey,
Yeah.
track day is August the 26th in Kershaw. Go to my website or go to my Facebook page, sign up, register. You guys got to come out. We're going to have a great time.
Vaughn and I would tell you that you turn the key and go drive it.
Are you serious, dude? Come on, man. What happened to 1,000 miles?
I would tell you to take 500 miles. But in my experience,
So you talking about no seating this, no seating of that?
in my experience, you can turn key and drive. I've from my background here at both RTR and my dealership background, I came from a delership that built supercharged cars for a living.
Okay.
And we would take cars with 10 miles on them and go turn
And just
them
go.
out. So and our owners would do the same. So
Okay.
if you want to be conservative, I would tell you 500 miles.
Okay.
If you have fun, I'd say turn the key and let's
So
go.
every now and then you can still. All right, well, that's what's up, my man. Hey, Josh, again, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for coming.
Thank you, my man. Hey, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one.